So I've done this in the past, just a little clinic, mostly talking about what I consider to be the hardest thing in table tennis, and that's returning serves. There's nothing out there on the internet. It's really hard to get training in general, so here's just a little me talking about how I approach returning serve. The idea with the physical concept of returning serve is you make a correction with your blade, change the attitude of the blade, resist the incoming spin, and return it. It's almost like a mirror. If backspin comes in, you get backspin. Serve me a backspin. So backspin goes in. And you get underneath it, and you do a mirror return. Again, the backspin comes in, backspin back. This is why push shot, backspin shot, is basically the foundation of returning serves in the way I look at it. There's other things you do, but if you have to be able to do this to start with. Give me a side spin from, like a pendulum serve. Comes in there. See what I do is I change the attitude of the blade. It goes straight forward. It's not a stroke. It's just, see like that? See what I'm doing? I'm not going sideways. I'm not going like that. I'm not doing anything other than changing the attitude of my blade. See, it doesn't matter what side, backhand, forehand, same thing. See how I do it? Change the angle of my blade. Straight forward. So that's the idea. Now do like a tomahawk hook serve. Is it just the other direction? And I change the attitude of my blade and go straight forward. See how that goes? And a little bit of controlling spin. I go exactly where I want the ball to go. The stroke is going to go there. Now I'm going to put it to the forehand. Same thing. Stroke goes exactly where I want the ball to go. Change the attitude of your wrist. Go exactly where you go. So that's the easy part, right? That's just me talking about, sure, just return the serve like that. The hard part is reading the spin, and this is how I approach it. This is my five-fold path. You have about a quarter of a second of an incoming serve to read what's on it, make that adjustment, and return. So, do it really quickly. I'm going to go over the points right now. First of all, the gross motion of your opponent's racket. If I'm serving this way, it's a gross motion. My racket goes that way, putting that spin there. Ball's going to hit my opponent's racket and go that way. So that's the first thing you're looking for. Gross motion of the racket. Is it going down? Is it going sideways this way? Is it going sideways that way? That's the first thing you're looking for. The second thing you're looking for is the exact orientation of the server's blade at the exact moment of contact. You'll see all kinds of players have these wonderful motions, like reverse things like that. That's all deception compared to exactly the orientation of the blade at the exact moment of contact. The third thing you're looking for is not something you're looking for. The third path is the sound. The sound of the ball hitting the racket will tell you how much spin is on. Listen carefully, okay? I'm going to spin it hard and hit it quiet. Spinning. You can hear it biting in. Dead. Thump. Spinning. Dead. Thump. So those are the kinds of things you're trying to pay attention to. And next on that path, so what we have, gross motion, orientation of the blade at the moment of contact, sound. Now that ball's rushing at you. It's already crossing the net. And you still...
Tom, before you go, I want to understand the underspin and your no spin, and what's your top spin, what the sound goes? Going higher, higher, higher?
No. The sound is just the amount of spin where there is.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter if it's a big top spin hook, serve, thump, or biting in.
Yeah.
One or the other. It doesn't tell you what kind of spin is, just how much it is.
So how do you know how much it is?
That's the orientation of the blade. That's the previous one. But now we're getting into the next motion. After the ball's left, it's coming at you. The next thing you can do after that sound is watching the ball curve through the air. If it's a good serve, there are all kinds of deceptions going on. And now you're getting to a very short period of time, but really finding out what kind of spin is on it. If my pendulum serves like this, it's going to be curving that way. And then you're really starting to get a good read on what that spin is. So I can serve that good return next, like that. Nick sees the ball's curving that way, so he knows it's that kind of pendulum.
Watch a little
Let's
bit.
say the opposite of that.
Then right
there. That hook serve like that, the tomahawk serve, curving that way. Now Nick is getting a pretty good idea of what that spin is. But he still hasn't figured this one out. So now the fifth step, and that is after you're telling it how it's curved through the air, how it's jumping on the table. You're a foot away from the ball yet, but you still have one more thing to find out what that spin is, and that's how it's jumping on the table. You can see how that's jumping on the table. So that's the very last step. So that's the sequence of how to read a spin, how to read a serve. Go over it again. Nick is desperately trying to get this serve back. So, gross motion this way. The ball's going to be curving, spinning that way. It's going to hit his racket and jump right at you. So,
It's going to dab it.
right. So, he has to watch that gross motion. That's all I'm doing. Nick's going to return that all day. So, let's say I'm going to do it backward, right? That's one of the deceptive motions. All of a sudden, we're going outward. But it's that gross motion. That's a weak serve if you can read it just on that. There's all kinds of different motions. The next thing is the exact orientation of the blade that contacts the ball. I'm going to tell you now how to return my best set of serves. So please don't beat me if I tell you, okay? My best set of serves is called a pendulum serve. I start up here with a big arcing motion like that. It's the same motion, but I can have any different kind of spin on it depending on how I contact that force. So, bear with me. This is that micro setting of the blade orientation at the moment of contact. In that pendulum serve. And that pendulum serve, if I contact it here, that's the orientation, straight backspin. So, here's straight backspin. If I catch it a little bit later, there, it's side spin, backspin. Here, there. Nick missed it for me, thank you. Same sort. Okay. So, let's continue on that arc, right? Straight backspin. Side spin backspin. Top spin backspin. This is the third. Top spin back, top spin side spin. There. So that's actually the same motion. See, it's always the same motion, right? You got it. But now it's all of a sudden top spin side spin.
That's so weird.
And I could even then continue that up. No, it's not 2 minutes. Now it's that same motion there, but now watch, I can actually hit it straight top spin. So the exact same motion.
So do that again and now chop.
Yeah.
Because if I can't see it's
Right. Yeah. Let's say I've been giving a steady diet of those straight backspin or side spin backspin. Now the straight top spin one comes nice up and ready for me to hit. Same motion. So I'm gonna run all those again. Okay. Straight backspin. Side spin backspin. Side spin top. And straight top. See, the same motion. All different spins. So that's that second path, right? Second path. But with the gross motion, that makes it easy. If a person's going to do that, you can read it all day long. Exact orientation of the blade at the moment of contact. That's the second path. Third one. I've already taken, yeah, you have no idea what that contact was, right? It's such a good serve. What Nick has to do is see how the ball's curving through the air. Is it? It's easier to see it if you're receiving on that end, but that standard pendulum serve curves that way. Serve right at the camera. Okay? It's curving that way. So So in other words, if doing that reverse motion like that, then you see that it's curving the other way. So come around there. It's going to be curving that way. So Nick has been able to tell, wait, it's not that same pendulum, it's reversed. It's curving the other way. And the third thing is that, or two, after the curve, the fifth one is the jump on the table. And that, you can tell an awful lot for you over just a millisecond to read it at that point. Because you're using this in sequence, how you're going to return those serves. Straight backspin, it doesn't jump much on the table other than slow down. It hits the table, coming in here, slows down. That's straight backspin. If it's got side spin, it's starting to jump on the table, jump to the side. Or if it's at reverse, it jumps this way. So that's like I say, you've got no time at all. You're desperate to try and return this serve. But you're reading that last moment of jumping on the table. It's going to jump that way. For a straight kind of pendulum type serve, it's going to jump the other way. Let's see if it's a hook serve, tomahawk serve, something like that. It's jumping the other way. So, jumps that way, jumps the other way. Yeah.
If it's coming and it bounces this way, which way is it going to hit off your head? So keep going the way it's.
Do you want to just do that to my shirt?
Sure. Yeah. This is, remember I was saying, the right off the bat is how you, physically how you return it. Yeah, good job. Actually, Nick, why don't you stand, Mike, Nick, stand right next to him and watch how this works, okay? Remember what I was saying earlier, once you've read the serve, then you've got to make that correction. Keep the ball from jumping off your racket the way it wants to go. And go straight forward. So let's start right off from the very beginning. Straight backspin, you have to mirror that. Go underneath the ball, you go underneath the ball, straight where you want it to go, okay? So, straight underneath. Okay. Just like that. Straight underneath it. Even more so. And spinning it hard. That's it. See that? And what you did then is you gave my backspin right back at me. And that's sort of the idea of how that works. Do it one more time. Straight underneath it. Piece of cake, right? Now I'm going to do that side spin just for discussion. Use the pendulum style. What that means is I'm going to catch the ball a little bit later in that stroke, right? In that serving move. Not straight underneath it, but now just a little bit side spin and back spin. So, show the orientation of this, of how you want to get your blade.
To return it?
To return. Okay. Underneath it. See how he's doing that? Exactly.
I'm not doing that.
He's going to bounce.
Well, it does help if I tell him.
That.
But the returner has to use those spin readings.
I also need because it was bouncing this way.
Yeah.
So it's going this way, I want to do that. If it's coming this way, I'm going to go to the other side. So
Hey, done?
somebody's a tomahawk, and it's
You want to play?
heading this way. If I try to hit it there, it's going to fly over this way.
I had to go.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Bouncing this way, and you can certainly try and chop it on top of it, but just to get it back over the net, you're essentially doing the opposite.
It's coming this way and bounces this way. I want to cut back this.
Yeah, you're essentially doing the opposite.
You said it backwards. It's really common. If I'm serving this, it's curving this way. It's going to hit your racket.
Go that way.
Go the
Right at you, right? So you just resist that. Don't let that happen. Turn and serving with your backhand. Yeah, put it with the blade. That's it. Just like that. Okay? So here it comes. See that? And you see your return? It's curving wickedly back at you. You've taken my spin, mirrored it, and getting it right back at you. Okay, here comes it. Good. That was too aggressive, okay? Just go straight forward where you want the ball to go. Just like that. Just like that. Okay, now I totally flip that, okay? Like the gross motion is going to be this way.
Yep, if you're doing back
I don't go home now. I think my kids all day and she's not having
Hey, hitting the side of it.
So if it's going that way, you're going to hit your racket and go the way.
Go this way.
Right. Exactly. Don't let it hit Yuri in the head. So the tip of that goes straight forward, exactly where you want the ball to go.
Wow, that really would be.
Same thing, yep. Close. Now what you're doing, see that's the top spin in that serve. That's making it go long. But you're correcting for the side spin correctly. Okay? Same thing. Okay, one more of those. One more. That's it. That's a really good return. Now I'm going to flip you out. This is the other one, okay? This is the pendulum serve going this way.
Try the back.
Yeah. That's it exactly. That's it. I'm going to run through all three of these. Straight back. Get way underneath it. Way underneath it. Way underneath it. Trust me, it's a lot of spin.
Yeah, that is a lot of spin. It really does.
Straight underneath it. Good. Side spin. Oh, see, that's...
Okay,
This is what I mean. You have very, very, very little time to make this decision process. So, gross motion. I'm going this way. It's going to hit him right in the face. Don't let that happen. That's it. Exactly. Okay. But wait. I'm going to search this way.
It seems so odd to come back this way.
It's counterintuitive. Your brain wants to make it go even more than that. Okay. Starting this one now.
Hold on, please, next time. Yeah.
It's the cake, right? Okay. Well, see, there's no getting on lots and lots of practice. But now this is
You plug it.
Right in the can.
this is the last trick, okay? You've tried everything. You tried that five-fold path nonsense. Still have no idea what the serve is, right? There is an emergency serve return motion that you can do. And this is an emergency. You can let the ball drop, let the spin die down, take the ball, and just bump it up. Put a little bit of top spin on the ball, give it a nice little arc, shoot it about this high over the net. And what that does is it takes into consideration every possible spin. It's a crummy return, but it's a return. Does that make sense? If it's backspin, you're getting it over the net. If it's top spin, you've added your own little top spin, the ball's coming down. If it's a big side spin, you let the spin die down a little bit, you go for right in the middle of the table. Nick, want to give that a try? You know what I'm talking about. Just a little, it's just a little.
I know what to do. I'm not.
Too much. It's a very short little, it's an emergency serve return. Pretty good serve. I'll show you. This is, I have no idea what Nick is serving at me. I'm desperate. So watch this, I'll try to do this. Like that. See? Short motion, a little bit of an arc, and it's a crummy return.
No play? No table there.
It's a crummy return. Nick's going to be attacking that ball, but at least I returned it. It's in play. It's everybody misses way too many serves at our level, right? You want to be able to put number one, return the serve. It's a really simple little return, but I'm adding a little top spin, a little bit swinging up, and hitting it gently, using my own control of the spin. Put the ball back on the table. It's a lousy return. Don't make it work. So now what I'm going to do is run through those motions again for Nick serving. Give me a start. Let's run that exactly through what I was serving. Give me straight backspin. Let's just run through it. Straight backspin. I get straight underneath it. I go exactly where I want the ball to go. Straight underneath it. Exactly where the ball to go. I want to go down to his forehand. Straight over there. See? You don't slash sideways on serve return. All right. Give me some side spin. It's going to be that same pendulum kind of return or kind of serve. Good. So I change the orientation of the blade. Straight forward. See how that? Quick break with my wrist. Serve you. Did I do that? Okay, give me a tomahawk. Same concept. It's the gross motion is now going out that way, right? Backwards. The orientation of my blade. See that? And just, if I sit it straight, like that. Straight, like that. So I just turn it in, don't let that happen. Now, I'm hearing that. Okay, we're gonna go this in super slow motion. This is actually how I do this. I think when I'm returning serves. What's a gross motion? Is Nick going this way? Is he going that way? The terminology, is it a tomahawk serve? Is it a pendulum serve? Is it a reverse? That's all nonsense compared to just look at the gross motion. Look at the gross motion. So, going that way. So I'm not going to let it jump that way. Second thing, I'm listening for how much spin is on it by this sound. Is it biting? That's a dead serve. You hear that's a dead serve. So it's no spin. So that's spinning. So you can do that. Okay, I want this. Dead ball. We're going to run that same thing. The next step after the sound is how it's curving, right? So what I'm looking for here, nice and back up a little bit. Side, nice big pendulum. You see it curve this way.
Oh no, I'm not
Curve
thinking that.
this way. See, I'm actually gathering a fair amount of information on what that serve is. Curving that way. And the last one is how it's jumping on the table. So Nick, if you could, give me a pendulum and then a tomahawk. Pendulum and tomahawk.
Yeah.
Sure. That's a pendulum, curving this way, and it's jumping that way. You give me the tomahawk. Pendulum, curving that way, jumping that way. Tomahawk, curves this way, jumps this way. Tomahawk. Tomahawk, curving this way and jumping that way. Pendulum, curving this way, jumping that way. And the last thing is that straight top spin. It's not going either way. Back up, straight back spin. Straight back spin. I can see that when it hits my side of the table, that jump is the ball slowing down. It slows down, and that means it's a straight back. See, actually, if you can see I'm way back here, and I can step in, it's the ball slowing down. And then last, emergency bump return. See, he's scared. Bump. Adding a little bit of top spin on it. That's it. Anybody want to try? Mike, you got to try. Anybody want to give it a try? Use some balls. Okay. So, conservative, you're back. Back in. So, first thing you're doing, see, if my racket's going this way, the gross motion of my racket going that way, it's going to hit your racket and jump that way. If I go that way, it's going to jump that way. So, turn your blade. There we go. That's it. Just like that. I know it feels really strange. Yeah, that's right. Just as you resist, don't let it go that way. Okay. Actually, that makes a really good point. This is why people serve these pendulum serves, is because as they curve into your backhand, there's a tiny little window. It's got to get just past your knuckles, and then into your blade. So that's exactly what happens. It's a very small window. You have to read that curve. That's it. That's it. Same thing. That's it. See that? You're giving the spin back at you. Not letting it jump that way. That's really nice. You're doing. Now, just you were getting that, so you do the other way around again. Okay? So they call it a tomahawk or a hook serve, right? So my racket's going that way. Which way is the ball going to jump? Just don't let that happen. Don't let it jump that way. The motion is straightforward. Where you want the ball to go. See that? You took all my spin and just gave it right back at me. You took my advantage, my serve advantage away from me. Do it again. It's a top spin side circle. You know what? Don't change what you're doing. It's going to be a back spin side circle. A little more back spin. So it's going to want to go down to the net. Told you. I never lied. Underneath it. That's it. Perfect. Perfect. Go back to that first one. Pendulum. And go this way. You got it. See, and that's what you have to do. You have to make that decision really quickly. And that way, beautiful. That's it. So again, to review, change the orientation of your blade to resist the incoming spin. You call it a mirroring. Your serve is doing. You're going underneath it, you get underneath it. He's going that way, you just don't let that happen. Mirror the angle of the blade, go straight forward. To read the spin, that gross motion. Which way is it going to start with? The second thing you're looking for is the exact orientation of the blade. The exact moment of time. Straight underneath it, straight back spin. Starting to come around, side spin, back spin. Top spin, side spin. And straight top spin. So that's what you're looking for. The blade orientation is the second. The third one, how it's curving through the air. If I'm contacting it this way, curving that way. So you know, nope, that's the other way. That's it, yep. Right. See, you got to very little to get past your knuckles. So, the curve. The last one is how it's bouncing on the table. Watch it. Just don't even touch. Watch how it bounces. Okay. See? It's bouncing that way. That's indicating going that way. Go. Ready. Watch how it's jumping on the table. See? The opposite of that is it's going this way. Okay. You can see it's jumping that way. So, that's all it is. See, it's real simple to return to. But it does help. Again, use that sequence as it's coming over the net. You're using all those points to say, what's a serve, and then make that safe return. There are other things to do physically on how to, what kind of stroke you want to do, but the basis still for returning serve is get it back. And that is that straight fencing motion, exactly where you want the ball to go. Because you can top spin it, you can go with spin. There's other things you can do, but the base, the rock foundation of returning serves is pushing straight forward. That's it. Thank you. Good luck.